Good afternoon. Sunday afternoon. Frank Pate with Team Infinity Replicast, Adopt a Kid Racer. As you might remember, we actually had a little bit of a survey we did a few months back regarding the Aprilia Replica Cup Challenge. This has been made real popular over in Europe over the years. Valentino Rossi came up through the ranks, Max Biaggi, Bradley Smith. Daniel was out riding karts with Bradley Smith last night, actually, and he beat him. He was happy about that because that's the only chance he'll ever get to beat Bradley Smith. But nonetheless, some of the young and upcoming riders have all come through these different classes. Casey Stoner as well, last year's World MotoGP champion, have all come through the Aprilia Cup Challenge type activity. We've actually decided to go ahead and do an actual series and a challenge series in the United States. It is going to be the Replicast Challenge. That's the unofficial name right now. If there's another sponsor that comes along and wants to pick up the title sponsorship on a primary basis, that certainly will be made an option. Matthews Fun Machine of Matthews, North Carolina, is the Aprilia dealership that's tied into this with us and going to be providing the bikes and the equipment. The contact there, his name is Kyle Pulley. We will be getting a written press release out to Road Racing World and Cycle News on Monday about this. We've pretty much just put all the pieces together this weekend, and now we're going to get the press and media packet together. It will be a spec class, which will mean bikes will be stock, tires will all be the same, just like the MotoGP guys, and the fuel will also be the same. Aftermarket bodywork will also be the same, so there won't be any weight savings or anything like that that'll be allowed. It'll have to come from the same bag of tricks, so to speak, so everybody's got a fair and even advantage. The price of the bikes is one of the best things about it. They're like $5,400 plus tax and whatnot out the door, and of course maintenance on these bikes seems to be very strong. I'm talking to some of the different riders over in England that have had them. They've gone as much as on the entire season on a top end and without even replacing it. So we're looking at a 5-race series, which would also make it cheaper on cost, but it'll give a fair playing ground, and then like a 6th-race final shootout. Now we're starting with the East Coast, Eastern Seaboard first. If the response is as strong as it looks like it was going to be on this, and we get the orders that'll be given to the Aprilia dealership directly, then we can also also look at doing a West Coast as well. We've got a couple of different dialogues going with 2 of the different series that are out there in the organization hosting bodies. We haven't made any firm plans yet. If the USGPRU is interested in having this fit into their scheme of things and their forum, we're certainly open to talk about that, and think it would be a great match. If not, then we're going to go ahead with it as an independent on our own type thing. We feel like it's definitely what's needed in the United States right now. That and the fact that you've got so many riders that are trying out for the Red Bull again next year. This is a great stepping stone, and should be a very fun class to provide some really competitive equal racing. So that's it for right now. Look to see the press release tomorrow at some point, and that'll give you all the fine details penciled in. But just thought we'd share the information to give something to break up the monotony of no racing going on. So we'll talk to you soon.